All my people, can I get a hello? Hey yo, welcome back to another episode of the Hello Effect Podcast with me, your host Seek, aka Mr. Hello. In today's episode, I got a special guest with me, but before I get into my special guest, I just want to say I want to thank everybody that been supporting, that been subscribing, that been sharing, liking, and commenting. Like, it means so much to me. And if you're an artist that want to be seen and heard, make sure you reach out on an email or hit us in a DM. So without further ado, I'm gonna allow my guest to introduce herself, let y'all know where she's from and what she do.
Hi, my name is Lisha Hartgrove. I'm from Queens, New York. I'm a director, producer, writer, and I dabble a little bit in the acting.
Oh, that's what's up. So being from Queens, you're a New Yorker, and like I said, my mom is from Queens, and she was raised in New Jersey. I don't know too many people from Queens. I know people from like Brooklyn, the Bronx, and stuff like that. So just giving people a little background, like what it's like growing up in Queens.
I mean, for me, it's been peaceful. Queens, I don't really have any. I don't know. Queens is just. There's no violence. It's nice. My area, I'm like in between, I'm not in the South Side. I'm like in that one part of Queens that's like really good. There's no shooting. There's nothing going on.
Yeah, so you can hit a bird chirping pretty much.
Yeah, I have like the perfect like block, I would say. And then around me it'd be a little crazy. So, I mean, for me, my experience in Queens has been very peaceful and nice.
Well, that's what's up. So anybody that's trying to move to New York, I mean, Queens is the go, like respectfully.
Yeah.
All right, so where do you get all these talents from? Like, was this something early on in your childhood or something you picked up as you got older?
No, I was pretty much born on the camera. Like my mom, my dad, they both dabbled in film. So my dad always wanted to be a filmmaker, make a movie. My mom, she's always wanted to record like the family stuff. So pretty much I grew up on the camera from like 3. I was always on it. Then I would take their camera and shoot movies and stuff with the fam. And then pretty much branched off of that. I got my first camera when I was in junior high school. And then I got my professional camera after high school, going into college. And that's when I started like really pursuing my career after that.
All right, so that's what's up. So you saying that your family was very supportive because they was already doing it already. So
yeah,
once they found out that you really was passionate about it, they pretty much pushed it.
Well, yeah, my mom and my dad, they always supported. My whole family pretty much, they all support me like everything that I do. But I have a film like background. My grandfather used to film like years ago, like the old black and white films.
Yeah.
So he started it, and then it trickled down to my dad and to me, and then my mom just also loved the camera. So I just kind of like was born with it.
That's what's up. So you said you got your first camera in junior high?
Yeah, my first official camera. I had to like beg for it so I can shoot.
Yeah. So tell us about that story, like.
Oh, because I was always using their camera to do like all my filming and tapings, and they got tired of me asking to use their camera. So they said, if you do good in school, you pass all your classes, we'll get you your camera. So at graduation, I got my first camera, and then that's when I started shooting like home movies and getting all my cousins involved. And like, let's shoot a movie. And
yeah, that's all about to ask you, because when you first get your camera, it's like, what did you want to film at that time? Like, because it was the camera you wanted, so... Like, was there anything particular? Like, I'm about to film this.
Yeah. So, I wanted to film a movie. And the one movie I always wanted to film for some reason was Scream. I love thrillers.
Oh, okay.
So, we used to remake the Scream movie. And we did like 3 different ways you can think of.
Is that available anywhere where we can see that?
Nah. That's for families' eyes only.
Okay.
Yeah, but that was the first movie I always wanted to make. And then we used to do like music videos and for fun, but mainly movies, skits, like the All That show. We used to redo.
That was that Keenan and Kel.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we like did some skits on that. I didn't really write any scripts at that time. I was just trying to remake all like my favorite scary movies or sitcoms and stuff like that.
Okay, so you started doing films and stuff like that, like with the friends and stuff like that. But like, give me the storyline when you wanted to do this like for a career.
For a career, I would say this would have had to been in 2010. Was when I really out of high school,
Okay.
not out of high school, like my second year in college was when I realized like I really want to do this. I mean, I've always said it. So the thing is that because I grew up doing the film
Around it,
stuff,
exactly, yeah.
my family always called me like the next female Spike Lee and Tyler
That's
Perry.
dope. That's
So
dope.
it was something I always wanted from a kid.
They set the bar high because them names right there, they big names, so they call you that at a young age. That's amazing. That's what's up.
Yeah, so in college, when I was working at one of my first jobs, the library, I got all the library, like all my like all my employees and my coworkers to participate in me in a movie. So that movie was that one you can't find either. That one.
Nah, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it sometime.
That was like the first one. I wrote like a script. I gave it out to everyone. Like I cast it. Then we shot it. No one followed the script at all, but it was cool.
I was about to say it's normally like that, especially when you got people volunteering and stuff like that. They're just happy to be there. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a nice experience. Everyone loved it. We made copies, made DVDs. We was trying to sell it. And
so I could get a copy of it there. It got to be around. Y'all make DVDs.
You gotta find the people who got the DVD.
I mean, look, we do research over here, like so.
No, look for the new stuff. But yeah, that was probably like when I'm like, yeah, okay, I really want to like do this for real.
All right, so tell us about the steps to be able to take it for real, because you wanted to do it obviously, but it costs money to do things and stuff like that. So tell the people that might be watching that want to do the same thing you do
how they could do it.
Yeah.
Well, for me, I started off. I got the camera I could afford, and I did it myself. So I didn't have the funding to get like sound and lights and like all the people that you need on the production. So I just got my one camera. I got a light. I got some people, I got my script, and we put something together, and I just build off of that. I started off small projects and then worked my way up to the bigger projects, pretty much to show people what you can do. Like, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
So don't think about, like, I can't get the money, and that's going to tear you from even starting. Just start. Get a camera, get a mic, and get a light. That's all you really need. And
so it don't matter, this to be clear, it don't matter how much it costs, anything like that, because I feel like people be procrastinating off of that. Like, damn, I want this specific camera, or I want a MacBook, and them things are expensive, so it takes time.
It takes time.
Yeah.
I didn't start off like that. I started off with one of those regular video cameras, like the home handheld cameras.
With the VHS joints.
Yeah, I started off with the 8mm track.
Okay.
Then I went to the little DVs. Then I went to the memory cards, and like I kind of like built from there. But I started off with just my one little camera and a dream and an idea. And I got people who wanted to get into it too. So you have to build with people who are looking to do what you do.
That's very important right there.
Y'all start doing these films together, and even I get it. You want like the red camera. But those are so expensive. There's other ways too. You could also rent the cameras if you can't buy a camera. They have they have a lot of like production like stores, equipment stores, but you can rent the camera out. But just don't let something being too expensive stop you from even starting. Like, you can even do it nowadays on your phone. You just need to put something together to show what you can do. And then you'll find someone who's willing to invest in you and help you to grow, and then help you get those cameras and get the equipment that you need.
Yeah, so pretty much don't invest too much as far as like money, because that might stop you if you don't have the funding. Yeah. That might discourage you from even wanting to do it or whatever. Yeah,
it'll definitely discourage you. Like, if you're trying to save up $30,000 to get the camera, and it's taking you like 5 years. By that time, like, you lose that drive, and then you don't want to do it anymore. Try and get something you can afford. Find a way to do it with what you got, and then work towards the higher equipment. Build little at a time. Get some stuff. Like, I got the camera. I remember then I needed lights, so eventually I got some lights and I enhanced it. I wanted like a dolly. I ended up getting a dolly. Like, I slowly built, but I didn't stop working. I kept working and building up to that until I got to where I am.
So tell us about, I know you told me about like your early on films, you know what I mean, with your friends and stuff. Like, tell me about your first official film where you felt like, you know what, I'm on my shit. Because you got to pop your shit, because I feel like people is too humble these days. You got to pop your shit for the work you put in, because it takes grind and hard work. All right, yeah, so tell me the first film where you felt like, damn, you on your shit. Like, you understand? Because everybody always humble these days, but all that humble thing is to a certain extent. Like, you know what I mean? You gotta talk your shit, because it's hard work and dedication. So tell us about the time.
The movie I did called Unknown, it's gonna be released soon on Tubi. That was the movie I felt like I did it. Like, I had that moment where I'm looking around, I'm seeing all the red cameras, I'm seeing all the cast and the crew and the setup and how it's going, even the script. Everybody told me like how much they loved the script. I had people on the project just because as they loved the script so much, they wanted to be a part of it no matter what. Even like if they had to take time off of work. So that one I would say is the one that was like yeah, unknown. I funded the whole project. I wrote it. I produced it. I directed it. Locations, everything. I did the whole thing. I also had
What's
help
up?
from someone that was helping me on the set, my DP, Kareem. So he
Shout
was,
out to Kareem. Y'all like to shout out
yeah,
everybody that's, you know what I mean, behind the scenes too. Like,
yeah, he was my DP on
that's what's
that.
up.
He also helped produce. So yeah,
That's what's up.
yeah, that was the one.
All right, so let me ask you a question because I know you shot music videos and stuff like that, and I heard you used to work for G Unit.
Yeah.
I mean, tell us about like how you even connected and got that opportunity.
With G Unit, I was their videographer and their editor. So the way, dang, I gotta think, how did I get that? That one, I think. So I'm a go getter, and I'm gonna like reach out until I get the person's attention and say, okay, I want to work with you, or I want to edit for your site, or I want to shoot for you. So for that one, I think I reached out to at the time Jack Thriller,
Oh
and
yeah, yeah, I
then
know
he
Jack
brought
Thriller.
me in to do like the editing for the 650, and then I also was working with him on 16 or Better.
I remember that too. Yeah.
Yeah, so I got into that with Jack Thriller, and then I also branched off with Precious Paris. So she also helped me with the 650 as well. So yeah, I got into pretty much Jack Thriller and just DMing and just saying like, showing my work. This is what I do. I would love to work for you guys, and then that's how I got put on. I didn't stop.
So the other brands that you work with, I know somebody told me a few, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
I also worked at Vibe magazine.
What was you doing there? The same thing, like editing.
Yeah, editing. I was filming. I was on the red carpet. They sent me to different events and different. Like I was with Amber Rose for like 2 days, following her around to different interviews she was doing. So I was with a lot of different celebrities, interviewing them, recording them, taking pictures and stuff. I was with Neo for Fashion Week. A few people. 50 Cent, red carpet. Shaka Khan. Nas on the red carpet, Tyrese. So yeah, a lot of people. If you go, I'll post it on my
Wow.
page. You can see like all the people I was.
That's what's up. So yeah, you said your family has a film background. Mm-hmm. Has they been successful as you are, or they never?
No, I'm the one.
So how does that feel though? Like this being from, because like as a kid, something that we passionate about. We have dreams and hope that we can make it. Like you living in the moment now. How does it feel from like just being a kid? Like damn, I don't think it's possible, but now I'm seeing that it is possible.
Well, the one thing with me, since I was a kid, I always knew I was gonna make it.
Hold on, what's your sign?
Libra.
Damn, I know Libras, but okay.
I never once said I'm not gonna make it.
So
Like,
you
I
was
knew-
that dedicated and determined or whatever.
Yes, I'm gonna be the next biggest female director, and people gonna know my name. I'm gonna be. I said that since I was a kid. I never said I couldn't do it. So more for me, it was just okay. When is my day coming? Like when am I gonna finally have my time?
That's what I was about to ask. So now we got to talk about the struggles. Like you understand? Because it seemed like a great story. Because like you said, like when you was a kid, I was gonna make it. But
Yeah.
let's talk about it. Be barriers and things like that. So let's talk about the.
So the struggle for me was funding. Trying to, like I was saying, that's why my advice earlier was not to stop and
Yeah.
just find a way to do it. Was trying to get the funding I felt so I can do a really big production film. So that might have been the biggest obstacle. Is like I was doing like GoFundMe's. I was doing Kickstarter.
Okay.
I did so many different fundraisers trying to raise the money to do a film. So I had all these great scripts and great ideas, but I couldn't get the money to film it like the right way I wanted to film it. Like I did my web series and I did those other productions myself, which I was able to show my work. But at this point now I wanted to go bigger, and now I'm at like a roadblock where I'm trying to get distribution and I can't. So what ended up happening was I did kind of like have a moment where I was like kind of like, I don't know if this is gonna work.
Yeah.
I had that one moment where I was like, damn, I don't know what else to do. And then my friend Precious Paris, she told me to pretty much make a trailer, like of what your movie, like a pitch, pretty much of your script. So I flew a couple people down from Atlanta. I had some of my friends help me, and we shot a little trailer for it. Then we sent it in to the distribution. They loved the trailer, and then they gave me the funding for my first film, which is called Dollhouse.
Well, that's what's up. That's what's up. So,
Yeah.
how do one like get distribution? Because you know what I mean. I was doing my research. I know that Netflix they don't just they gotta reach out to you.
Yeah.
But I think these other streaming sites you can like put in like a request or something like that. So for like I said, for anybody that's watching and might want to know is doing the same thing, how do somebody get distribution?
Well, for film, like just distributing the film that you already have, that one is more. You really got to know the person, or
Okay.
someone got to refer you to the person, or you see that they posting that they're doing distribution. That's kind of how that's been going as far as film distribution. Knowing someone that knows someone, and they tell you, and then you reach out, or like you go through like Homestead, you can just reach out to Homestead because they do it. 1919. They also do distribution where you could just hit them up probably on Instagram, social media.
What's they called?
1919
Oh,
distribution.
1919. Okay.
You got 1919 distribution. You got Homestead distribution. You have a few distributions that you could just hit up. Go on like Instagram now. It's easier now.
Yeah. Oh,
Before
yeah. Exactly.
it wasn't.
Back in the
It
day,
wasn't.
exactly.
Before I had to like really find someone who already had a film out, ask them how'd you get your film distributed, and then they refer me to the person.
So you lucky because there was a gatekeeper. Because a lot of people they want to get paid for that type of information. Like you understand what I'm saying? So you got
that wasn't easy. And then
Yeah.
for the film and getting a budget to film my film, that's also a word of mouth. That one was hard. That one I did with Maverick Movies. They did my first distribution.
I think I heard of that.
Yeah,
part before,
so that was through someone who already had connections to them for their film, and then they brought me in, and so it's really about who you know most of the time. You gotta have the skill level, but it's also about who you know, and that's kind of how this industry is. It
Well,
works.
Now that's what's up. So we good?
Yeah, with 3 more minutes.
Yeah. So you said your family called you the female Spike Lee. So is it acting in your films? You in your films?
Yeah, I throw myself in my films a few times. Like you'll see me pop up as a cameo. The most recent films, I have a little bigger parts in the most recent ones, but my old films, yeah, I just give myself some cameos. I'm slowly giving myself bigger roles as we go.
What I'm saying is, do you want to take on bigger roles? Or that's something that you? Because I'm okay.
Yeah. I'm actually looking to be more in front of the camera now and do
Okay.
more acting and yeah. So my new films, you'll see me actually. I have like a big part in one of my new ones called The Bag. That one, yeah, I'm playing the lead female in that one.
Oh, wow, that's what's up. So how do anybody that want to be in a film? How do they reach out? Like who they reach out for like casting and stuff like that?
Well, you can go to my Instagram or you can email me at lishahartgrove.director@gmail.com or my production company, Veil Productions. It's veil.films@gmail.com. So you can send your headshot, links to your reel, to your work, or you can just DM me too, and I'll send you all that information. You send it over there.
All right. So how do you choose what film you want to write? Like, where does the inspiration come from? Do you get like scripts already handed to you, or you got a team where y'all actually?
No, most of my scripts come from like experiences or someone's telling me a story. I'm big on you can be telling me a really heartfelt story or just something that happened, and then I'll be like, "Ooh, that'll be a good movie," and then I turn it into a movie, and then I'm like, "Okay, I wanna shoot this." But most of them is from experience, like the movie Unknown, that one I wrote. That was from COVID, so I actually wrote that during COVID while we were going every month. So as I'm writing, I'm like, okay, what's gonna happen next month? And I'm trying to. I actually predicted some stuff before it happened in that movie. I was actually surprised that I wrote it, but yeah, that one was based off experience of going through it. So a lot of movies is.
All right. So you said you do all the writing. Like, did you go to school like the screenwrite, or is this something that happened naturally, or did you go to YouTube University?
No, I'm actually self-taught. I started writing. So I actually started writing young. I was writing like books and poems when I was a kid. I wrote a couple like movies, like on the old school on the floppy disk.
Damn, you took it back.
Yeah, I started back then writing. So I'm pretty much self-taught. And then my web series wasn't written by me, but after I did the web series, I really wanted to write. So I did try and get a writer. That didn't really work out, and then because of that, I'm actually happy that didn't work out. I actually okay, let me see if I can just do this myself, And then I just started writing, and I wrote like 10 scripts during the pandemic, and then I just kept going.
So that's when you pretty much got in your bag, like when we was
Yeah.
locked in the house and stuff like that. You started
Yeah.
writing stuff like that.
I'm like, well, we locked in. Let me write a bunch of scripts. So I already had it in me from a kid. I just didn't do it. So that was the moment where I'm like, all right, let me write some scripts, see what I can get out. And yeah, I got a lot. I got way more than that now.
Yeah, it sounds like you got a stash of them, like stacked up.
Yeah, we just shot like 7 of them that we wrote. Me and my partner Maddie Tosca. So
That's what I was about to ask. Like, how do you choose which one you want to put out next? Is it how you feel at the moment? Like, you know what? Or do you look at society? Like, society might need this type of thing. Like,
oh no, it's more on the one we feel like, okay, this one might be a banger. Let's shoot this one. Yeah, but most all the scripts we writing right now,
it's fire.
Yeah,
so it's essentially like how music is. Like, damn, already this that record right there. Like, I think this one gonna go.
Yeah,
let's put that out. Okay,
that's pretty much that's how we come out. I mean, how we do it. We pick the one that we know. Like, all right, this is the one. But what's crazy is sometimes you could do that. Like, this is the one, and then the one you kind of slept on
exactly
ends up being like, oh, this one's actually pretty dope. So that actually happened a couple times where it was like we was banging on this one, which is still dope, but the one we was sleeping on actually ended up like, oh wow, this one might be a real hit. So yeah.
I know y'all have casting or whatever, but I'm pretty sure y'all want to work with like certain people. Like, name some of the folks that you haven't worked with, but that you want to work with in the future. It could be somebody big, or it could be like somebody that's not too big too.
Well, okay, someone big. I would love to work with Michael B. Jordan. I would love to have him in the film. Someone else that they're big. I'm not sure if everybody's familiar with them. They're in Tyler Perry's film, KJ Smith. She's in Sisters.
I've probably seen her face, but I can't think of. I can't. It ain't like it's like Holly Berry. I know that name, but like,
yeah, Denzel Washington. I would love to work with Denzel Washington. Yeah, but no, she's not as big, but she's really good. She's on the rise. You'll probably hear more about her soon.
So do you got a film for them right now? If you had the opportunity right now, like, you know what, we could get them for you right now. Yeah. You got a film already ready for them already?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we have a lot of films right now, so yeah, we have it ready to go. We're always ready. We stay ready. That was one thing in COVID. I was like, so I wanted to write a bunch of scripts so that I always was ready to shoot something. So if someone came to me with a budget, I have a script ready. So I'm like, I want to do like artists have an album. Got an album, 15 tracks. I'm gonna have 15 scripts just ready to go, different genres, and whoever gives me the budget, then we're gonna shoot. So
how do you choose your budget, like according to your films or whatever, or you try to stay in a certain budget for each film?
I mean, yeah, we try to stay in the budget for each film, but it's really based off the film because every film is different as far as locations. Might cost more. Some films require special effects, like the film Remnants we're doing. That one's a special effects movie, so that one's gonna cost more when you gotta do that. But yeah, it's really based off the script, how many pages, how many actors is in it, because you gotta pay your cast. So yeah, it all depends on the script. You can't really like say 50,000 for every script. That's just not how it don't work like that. No.
All right, so what's next for you? Like, I know you're doing a film, but it got to be something else that you like passionate about, or
well, besides the film, I'm gonna be releasing my clothing line, which is gonna be based off film. Like, it's a film. My jacket clothing line. It's called Veil. It's the same as my production company.
Okay.
I also have a book out called Don't Get Got.
I was about to ask you about your book. Yeah.
Yeah, my book actually will tell you how to make your own film as an independent filmmaker. So from the beginning, I do from pre-production. Well, I give you writing, pre-production, production, post-production, and I give you a little bit about how to distribute. But mainly, it's about pre-production, production. That's like the core of the book. So you know every step. I give you like the checklist, so you know exactly what to do when you to do your film.
So what inspired you to write the book? Because that's a lot of information, and to be honest with you, people that look like us, they tend to gatekeep once they get the information instead of giving it out. Understand people had to pay for it, but you got it already. Why hold on to? So what made you write the book?
I wanted to help first it started off with me wanting to help other female directors in the industry, because I've been through a lot of different experiences to get to where I'm at. Some good, some bad. I didn't like how it went, and I didn't like not knowing. So I was like, I don't want the next female director or producer, whatever, in the film industry. I don't want them to not know. I want them to have the tools. And then it turned to, I didn't want to just be about female. I wanted to be about all filmmakers, all creatives. So I wanted to give you the tools because it's not a good feeling when you end up in a situation and you just didn't know. And if someone would have told you, that whole situation could have went a lot better for you. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to write a book. I don't care. I'm going to tell them exactly how to do a film so they don't have to go through what I went through. I wanted it to be a little easier for the next person. So this book is really, I really wanted to help other independent filmmakers. Really
that's what's up. I just got a few more questions before we end it. And you could keep rolling. We're going to end it after I'm done with the question. So that's a good thing you bring it up because I was going to ask you that. How is it being a woman in the film industry and plus a color woman at that? Like, you understand what I'm saying? That's double.
It's challenging. I mean, I got a lot of support. You get a lot of support because you are a female, so people do want to kind of help you. But then, not everybody might not take you as serious, or you might say something or give your advice or tell a person how to do it, and because you're a female, they don't trust you. They're gonna ask the next person, and overlook you a little bit. You get overlooked as a female in this industry, but I didn't let that stop me because I knew I was great at what I do. So I'm like, all right, you can overlook me, but you'll see me at the top, and then you're gonna regret, pushing me off to the side. So yeah, in this industry as a female, it's been a little. I don't want to say it's been rough, but I had my challenges and things of not knowing, like when it came to like contracts and certain stuff like that.
Like explain that though. Like what you mean by that? Like for like contracting, like you ain't know how to read the contract or like
no, like just understanding all the guidelines, like when you're signed, like what you're supposed to sign, what you're not supposed to sign. Make sure you get your paperwork early on before you do any distribution, before you do any projects. When you do get funding, make sure you sign that at the beginning before you even give them your script. Have them sign, like stuff like that. I mean, I did do that, but I had little hiccups in between some of that. But
is some of that stuff in the book though, like that type of thing?
That's gonna be in part 2. Okay, I'm gonna go more into detail.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, on that part, yeah, I'm gonna go more in detail in the book. But yeah, I think that's one jewel I have to give. That's like my main thing is make sure you copyright your script. Make sure before you even let a person read it. I don't care if they're your friend. Have them sign something because you can't trust everybody.
2025 especially, like, so I get it.
Yeah, I learned that early, like not everybody's your friend. And people you think are your friend can do you dirty later. So, let them know it's not personal, it's business. And you have to just sign this. And,
so,
yeah.
Do you feel like some of your success have you lost close people to you? Because sometimes when you're going up, people think you're changing, but you got to change in a certain way. Yeah. Have you felt any of that, or you still got the same support team?
I think I got a bigger support.
Oh, that's
now.
What's up.
Yeah, everyone they seen like my grind, they saw where I started, and they've been watching me. I got someone I ran into recently, and I think it was Home Depot or AutoZone, but from high school. He's like, "Oh, congratulations on everything you're doing. I see what you're doing. And I haven't seen him in like years. But to know that people that supported me then are still watching, and
that's what's up.
I thought that was pretty dope.
For sure. So you said you got the clothing line, you got the book, and you got more films. Yes. Anything else?
Huh?
Anything else? Yeah, cause
I can give you the list.
Now what else you do? you about to wrap it up, so I want. What else did you do?
I mean, I got my film. I can tell you all the films: The Bag, Girl in the Closet, Remnants, Mr.
All available on Tubi.
They're about to be on Tubi, Amazon Prime, Peacock Stars, and some other platforms. Then we got The Last Shot, Him or Me. We got I think I said Mr. Telephone Man. Yeah, Unknown, which should be coming out soon. So those are right now what we have, but we have some more that we're developing, some series we're going to be working on soon. So we are going to be looking for some actors that's looking to be in our series. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Movies, book, clothing line. Yeah.
That's what's up. So let the people know once again where they can reach you at. You know what I mean? Get all your information, your social media handles and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, you can reach me on Instagram at Lisha_ENT. That's LISHA _ENT. You can reach me on my email, Lisha Hartgrove.director, LISHAHartgROVE.director, DIRECTCOR gmail.com.
Yeah, we gonna tag it at the end anyway.
Yeah, it's a lot to say.
I want to thank my special guest Lisha for pulling up on us. You know what I mean. I also want to thank, you know what I mean, Maddie Tosca, you know what I mean, for always bringing the talent and then wonderful people to the podcast. Also, shout out to the Worldwide Fleet DJs. You know what I mean? Stay tuned. God bless. Good night. Hello.